Welcome to Trending Update USA. This is Steffan, and today we turn our focus to one of the most intriguing matchups on the Australian Open 2026 women's singles draw as Coco Gauff prepares to face Karolina Muchova in what promises to be a fascinating battle of power versus artistry on the hard courts of Melbourne. The Australian Open has always been a stage where narratives collide, careers pivot, and reputations are either reinforced or completely reshaped, and this meeting between Gauff and Muchova carries all of that weight and more. Two players with contrasting styles, very different journeys, and unfinished business from previous encounters now find themselves on the same court again, with a place deep in the tournament hanging in the balance. Coco Gauff arrives at the Australian Open 2026 carrying the confidence of a player who has grown into her role as a consistent Grand Slam contender. No longer viewed simply as a prodigy or a future star, Gauff has firmly established herself as one of the defining players of her generation. Her game has matured season by season, her mindset has hardened under pressure, and her belief on the biggest stages has become unmistakable. Melbourne has been a particularly important proving ground for Gauff over the years, and her repeated deep runs here have shown that the fast hard courts suit her athleticism, her explosive movement, and her heavy ground strokes. From the baseline, Gauff's ability to redirect pace, defend relentlessly, and then instantly flip into attack has become one of her most dangerous weapons. Karolina Muchova, on the other hand, enters this matchup as one of the most elegant tacticians on the WTA Tour. When healthy, Muchova is widely regarded as one of the smartest players in the game, capable of dismantling opponents not through brute force but through variety, disguise, and impeccable timing. Her slice backhand, net instincts, and willingness to change patterns mid-rally make her an uncomfortable opponent for anyone, especially on a big court where her creativity has space to breathe. The Australian Open has been a tournament of resilience for Muchova, often testing her physical durability as much as her tennis IQ, but when she finds rhythm in Melbourne, she becomes one of the most dangerous unseeded or lower-seeded threats in the draw. The head-to-head between Coco Gauff and Karolina Muchova adds another compelling layer to this matchup. Their previous meetings have rarely been straightforward, and the scoreboard alone does not fully capture how narrow the margins have been between them. Gauff's power and speed have often clashed directly with Muchova's variety and court sense, producing matches that swing dramatically in momentum. In some encounters, Gauff has been able to overwhelm Muchova with relentless pace, pinning her behind the baseline and forcing rushed decisions. In others, Muchova has succeeded in drawing Gauff forward, exposing transitional weaknesses and using touch to disrupt her rhythm. What stands out most in their head-to-head history is how tactical these matches become, with both players constantly adjusting, probing for openings, and testing each other's patience. For Gauff, the key to success against Muchova has always been discipline. When she maintains depth on her ground strokes and resists the urge to overpress, she is able to control rallies and dictate terms. Her serve has also become a crucial factor in this matchup. Over the past 2 seasons, Gauff has improved her first serve consistency and placement significantly, allowing her to earn more free points and start rallies on her terms. Against a player like Muchova, who thrives on extended exchanges and variety, shortening points can be a major advantage. Gauff's ability to defend the net and pass effectively also reduces Muchova's willingness to approach, forcing her to take greater risks from the baseline. Muchova's path to victory lies in her capacity to disrupt Gauff's rhythm early and often. She understands that trading power from the back of the court favors Gauff, so her use of slices, drop shots, and sudden net rushes becomes essential. Muchova's return game is also a subtle weapon in this matchup. She reads serves exceptionally well and has a knack for blocking returns deep, immediately neutralizing the server's advantage. If Muchova can consistently apply pressure on Gauff's second serve and draw errors at key moments, she can tilt the match in her favor. Fitness and endurance will also play a role, as Muchova's success often depends on her ability to stay physically strong through long, tactical rallies. From a tactical standpoint, this match represents a classic clash of philosophies. Gauff embodies modern power tennis, built on athleticism, explosive movement, and heavy topspin. Muchova represents a more traditional, all-court approach, blending finesse with precision and creativity. On Melbourne's hard courts, where the bounce is true and the pace rewards clean ball striking, both styles can thrive, which makes predicting the outcome even more challenging. Conditions such as heat, court speed, and match timing could subtly influence the balance. A faster court favors Gauff's aggressive baseline play, while slightly slower conditions give Muchova more time to construct points and showcase her variety. The odds heading into this matchup reflect Gauff's status as the favorite, largely due to her higher ranking, recent Grand Slam performances, and physical durability over the course of a long tournament. Betting markets typically lean toward Gauff's consistency and ability to win matches even when not playing her best tennis. However, Muchova is often viewed as a dangerous underdog in these situations, capable of producing a level of tennis that far exceeds her seeding or recent results. Her odds may be longer, but seasoned observers know that she thrives in matches where she is underestimated, especially against high-profile opponents. Mentally, this match will test both players in different ways. For Gauff, the challenge is managing expectations. As one of the tournament favorites, every round brings increased pressure and scrutiny. Her ability to stay present, focused, and patient has improved dramatically, but facing a tricky opponent like Muchova requires an extra level of mental sharpness. Any lapse in concentration can quickly be punished. Muchova, meanwhile, often enters these matches with less external pressure but must manage her own internal demands, particularly in staying physically resilient and emotionally steady if momentum swings against her. The Australian Open crowd adds another dimension to this encounter. Gauff has become a fan favorite in Melbourne, admired not only for her tennis but also for her composure and maturity on and off the court. Crowd support can provide her with an emotional lift during difficult moments. Muchova, while quieter in demeanor, often earns appreciation for her elegant style and sportsmanship, and neutral fans tend to rally behind her when she produces moments of brilliance. The atmosphere is likely to be electric, especially if the match becomes a tactical chess battle with dramatic shifts in momentum. When it comes to prediction, this is a matchup that defies easy answers. On paper, Coco Gauff has the edge. Her physicality, improved serve, and growing confidence in big matches make her the logical pick to advance. If she plays within herself, controls the baseline, and avoids being drawn into too many low-percentage plays, she has the tools to wear Muchova down over the course of the match. A straight sets victory is possible if Gauff starts fast and maintains intensity. However, if Karolina Muchova is able to impose her variety early, disrupt Gauff's rhythm, and extend rallies into uncomfortable territory, the match could easily stretch into 3 sets. In that scenario, Muchova's experience and tactical intelligence become major assets. She has shown time and again that she can outthink opponents and seize critical moments when they hesitate. An upset would not be shocking, especially if Gauff struggles with unforced errors or allows frustration to creep in. Ultimately, the most likely outcome sees Coco Gauff advancing, but not without a serious test. Expect long rallies, dramatic momentum shifts, and moments of brilliance from both players. This is the kind of match that defines Grand Slam tennis, where contrasting styles collide and the smallest details determine the result. Whether it ends in a dominant performance or a hard-fought battle, Coco Gauff versus Karolina Muchova at the Australian Open 2026 is set to be one of the tournament's must-watch encounters, a reminder of why Melbourne continues to deliver some of the most compelling stories in tennis. As the players step onto the court, the stakes could not be higher. One will move closer to Grand Slam glory, while the other will be left wondering what might have been. For fans around the world, this matchup promises drama, quality, and a showcase of 2 very different but equally captivating approaches to the game. Stay with Trending Update USA for full coverage, analysis, and reaction as the Australian Open 2026 continues to unfold.